It's it's time to get funky. Check it out. I'm the B-I-Z, and it goes like this. Eating a bowl of cereals on top of my list. Forget eating lunch, I like to munch on a stupid big bowl of Captain Crunch. Whether it's peanut butter crunch berries or regular, feels real good going past my jugular. I go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, eat whole box of cereal down to the dust. Cookie Crisp, and Sugar Smacks. Wheat, rice, corn, and bread checks, I like the tax. I like Rice Krispies and cornflakes with the frosted. When I had Count Chocula, I lost it. I get 3 scoops of raisins with my Raisin Bran. I wonder what cereal they eat in Japan. No matter what it is, I know it's sweet. From hood to hood, from city to street. I like cereal, you like cereal. No matter who you are, they all like cereal. I like cereal, you like cereal. No matter who you are, you all like cereal. I like cereal, you like cereal. No matter who you are, we all like cereal. I like cereal.
Hello YouTube wheelers and welcome to episode number 5 of our What Skates to Buy series. This week I will actually speak about the aggressive skates, probably one of the most exciting categories that you can actually talk about, simply because we are of course speaking about the only category that allows you to do any sort of tricks in any sort of place. What I'm going to speak about today is actually the different types of aggressive skates that you can consider buying based on the needs that you actually have. So don't take this as a top 10 or anything like that. This is basically just for you to orient yourself to the best suited skate for what you want to do. If we're speaking about aggressive skates, we are actually looking at a very rich history, because aggressive skating started its entry in the scene within the 90s. So peaking in popularity around the year 2000, where myself, I remember I was watching the X Games and I kept being really awestruck by Takeshi Yasutoko. These type of skaters were the pioneers who actually took skating to a whole new level and made it popular. So what can you do with aggressive skates? Well, quite simple. You can do almost anything. You can do spins, you can do different jumps, grinds, which are basically the bread and butter of aggressive skating. Anything that you might think about that is basically X Games, Winter Clash, or sponsored by Red Bull, you are going to do it on aggressive skates. Aggressive skating actually started to go on a decline, from the year 2000s and all the way to about 2014, but it is slowly picking up in popularity. And I remember when I was actually going to the skate park, I didn't have any aggressive skates. I was actually shunning away aggressive skating because I didn't really understand the joy of sticking to the skate park. But I do remember when I was going to the skate park that I saw one guy, and this guy is Cosmin Dumitru. He is one of the pioneering skaters here that not only does some very amazing tricks, but also has taken it up to him to spread the popularity of the sport within Romania. So now you're gonna say, come on serial wheeler, just tell us what skates we can actually buy. And to start off, I'm actually going to recommend one of my personal favorites. It's the USD Aeon. That comes in 60mm, 72 and even 80mm. I actually own the USD Aeon 80s and I just love them, simply because they give you the versatility of going in between urban skating and aggressive skating. Now, the reason I'm actually recommending the USD Aeon is because they are one of the most innovative skates in our time, because of the uniblock system. So basically you cannot remove the frame as you can on basically all of the other skates. So you don't have a UFS frame system. It is all one single piece, and this gives the advantage that basically you are sitting much lower to the ground, because they were able to move the wheels to the sides and actually allow you to have a bigger H block. Now this in turn actually helps any sort of entry skater or even a pro skater to be able to learn grides in a much easier fashion. The USD Aeon is also probably one of the lightest skates that you can actually buy, coming in between 1.6 to 1.8 kilograms depending on the wheel size. This is a lightweight skate, so if you're looking for an aggressive skate that you can barely feel on your feet, this might probably be the answer. The USD Aeon is quite a basic skate because it comes basically just a plastic block, but it is very durable, and you also don't need the hassle of thinking about frames or anything else like that. Yeah? So all you need to do is buy these skates if what you want is something right out of the box that you can put on and go out to the skate park and skate as you wish. Next up we have the Roces M12, probably one of the most well-known aggressive skates out there. The M12, or Majestic 12 as it is also known, is probably one of the first aggressive skates that I encountered in my early days going to the skate park. It has a very supportive boot, and it is known for its ability to house any sort of skill. The M12 comes with a very decent sole plate, so you have quite a lot of space on the sole, not so much on the negative side. You're looking at a skate that is actually worn by some of the pros today. Yes, we're looking at Bobby Spasov, Niels Jansen. These are some of the names that are wearing this awesome skate. Oh, and as a side note, the Roces M12 is actually made from recycled plastic. And if you're one of those people that is very conscious about the environment and the waste we are producing, the Roces M12 is actually answering to this aspect. The only drawback is that if you have a wider foot, you might be actually looking at our next skate that is also coming from Roces, and that is the fifth element. Now, the fifth element is worn by skaters like Yuto Goto, one of my personal favorite in terms of pro skaters, and this skate, apart from its comfort that everyone is praising is like silk, is actually quite wider in the foot. So if you're worrying about your feet being too wide, I would look at the Yuto Goto, or of course the fifth element, doesn't matter what edition, instead of the M12. Following up after probably one of the most old school entries that we have, we are going to look at something new school, and that is the DEM 908. Now this is probably one of the most controversial skate, simply because in, I think it was 2018 February, we saw the dismantlement of Vanoss skates. This was run by John Julio, and little did we know that he was actually working on this. Now, to me, this speaks to those of you who simply want the skate made for the skaters. Yeah, I'm saying this because, as you can see, this comes in a boot only. So this means that you can actually buy this and customize it in any way you like by mounting it to the UFS bolt frames right here. So you can basically put anything from an anti-rocker setup, yeah, like some Featherlight frames or some Oishi frames, whatever it is that you want, even big wheels. Yeah, I've actually seen some people mounting 110 or even 125 millimeter setups on a boot such as this one. Now this is quite a basic skate, yeah, so it is a plastic shell. I really like this cuff hood that it has right here. I think it's probably the only skate manufacturer that provides something like this, so quite unique looking. Of course, we do have the DEM 909 that was released. So if you're looking for the very best and most updated DEM skate, probably look at the DEM 909. If you want a skate that is basically made especially for skaters, anything from DEM is basically a very good choice. Yeah, because you are actually supporting someone who is not only dedicated with a huge passion for this sport, but is also one of the best pro skaters out there. John Julio, hello and good work. Next up we have the Remz 2.5. This is probably one of the most stable skates when it comes to topsides and different royale tricks. This is mainly due to the nice grooves that you have on the boot, but as a cautionary note, it is probably one of the heaviest boots out there, coming in, as the name suggests, around 2.5 kilograms per boot. So if you know that you want something very stable and durable, the Remz might be the skate for you. If what you're looking for is actually something very affordable that is at the same time an excellent choice for entry-level skaters, and not only, you could take a look at the USD Sway. No matter if you choose the Team 2 or Team 3 version, this is probably again one of the lightest skates out there, and from what I've been able to research so far, this is also an excellent choice for those of you that are considering power blading. So basically, if you're trying to mount bigger wheels, yeah, from 80 millimeters to 110 or even more, the USD Sway offers a very stable boot that will make sure your ankle doesn't flex that much on such big wheels. As a plus to this, the USD Sway is extremely affordable. Just the boot can now be found between $75 up to $90, so that's a best buy. Moving along, if what you're looking for is just a successful recipe that's been proven along the years, what you can look at are the Razor Cult and the Razor SL. I remember that the Razor SL is probably one of the most well-known and popular aggressive skates, at least where I live, and during aggressive competitions I have actually seen this version, the Razor SL Mint Edition, probably worn by 8 out of 10 skaters. With a very solid boot and very big sole plates, this can be a very forgiving skate to all of you who would like to start this new chapter, which is aggressive skating. The only drawback that has been actually mentioned is the fact that because of the sole plate being modular, so it's made from different parts that come together, many have mentioned that it might make different sounds or rattles as time progresses. So basically it can get a little bit noisy at times. Staying on the subject of razors, I am actually going to speak about the Razor's Shift. In my opinion, one of the best looking aggressive skates out there. The design is by far one of the most fluid, and on top of that you actually have a very generous sole plate and negative side. The Shift is an excellent choice for those of you that also want to couple it with some bigger frames. I've seen many examples with big ground control frames, yeah, the 3x110 or 3x125, that work like a treat with this particular boot. Of course, being a UFS design, you can basically customize it as you want. There are different versions, different colors. I also know that we have the Shift Galushko, that in my opinion is by far the best looking of the bunch. If what you're looking for is actually a very affordable complete setup that is proven not to go wrong, I would take a look at the K2 Fatty Pro and the K2 Unnatural. The K2 Fatty Pro is probably, just like the M12, one of the old school and very first aggressive skates that appeared. The K2 Fatty Pro and K2 Unnatural are a very stiff choice, no matter if other people might say, look, this is a soft boot, clearly you won't have the support you need, because many skaters, including Ricardo Lino and others, have shown just how stable this is even with very big wheels. So no matter the skating that you're looking to do, this is by far one of the most affordable skates that you can choose that offers a complete setup for the price. If you're looking to get a skate that is praised by both beginners and pros, you can take a look at the Shadows. These are by far one of the most secure skates, as you have 3 different secure points. Basically, this gives you the advantage of being able to tighten up from any side. I have actually read different skaters that have posted the plastics not being of the best quality, but since we're looking at a lot of different variants, yeah, from the 2.0s to the Advanced and many other versions, I would say to do your research before actually going on this one. Moving on, if what you're looking for is actually the epitome of skate technology and you don't really care about how much money you spend, you could take a look at the Seba CJ Wellsmore. This is a carbon heel boot, and it is probably one of the most stiff options that you have when it comes to setting up any sort of idea of aggressive skating or power blading. The Seba CJ along with the Seba SX are what you're going to see as the standard also for the Wizard frame setups. These are basically one of the most fun setups that allow you to do both power blading and some grinds here and there. If what you're looking for is actually one of the lightest and most technology-packed skate boot out there, you could take a look at the USD Carbon Team. This skate has a very unique design and will surely attract all of the eyes in the skate park simply because it's quite a rare sight. If you want more details on this skate, you can actually take a look at Cosmin Dumitru. He is a firm believer that this skate is probably one of the best that you can actually have, especially as a pro skater, yeah, because it is extremely low to the ground, looks really cool, and on top of that you can actually mount just about any sort of frames on it. Okay guys, so that was it for episode number 5 of our What Skates to Buy series. I really hope you found this useful and enjoyed it. If so, please like it, share it, and don't forget to subscribe. You can also hit that bell icon so that you'll get notified whenever I release a new clip. Until next time, stay safe and skate safe. Boom.